That's my fault. Okay.
No, take your time, man. I get it. I promise. Trust me, there's no air conditioner in this get up either. I promise. I feel the old guy was in the full suit back there. He's a man after my own heart. Now I can hold. You can hold yours. I can hold it down. Cause you remember what happened at the hospital that time?
This is plugged into something.
Yeah, but I can totally. I'm a team player now. I'll hold one, maybe even two.
We were doing one. The mayor of Birmingham was very animated one day. It's just I don't know what happened, but she ended up just like he went across the desk, just whacked the remote right, cracking off. Oh wow. Yeah. You guys up? You guys ready? About 2 seconds, you guys.
No. I'm in. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm good. Ready? Sergeant, you ready?
Yeah, hold on just a second. Did everybody? Where did my Amanda? That's fine. She's fine.
So we're ready when you are, Sergeant.
Okay. All right, now are we streaming? As I just want to.
Yes, sir.
So live now. Okay.
So if you would just tell us about the third arrest?
Okay. So yes, sir. And as we said earlier in our earlier press conference, we absolutely anticipated to be able to make additional arrests today, and we have. We've made that third arrest, and one of the things I really want to be able to kind of share, and just really for the media and the people out there, as we go forward with this, because we do still anticipate that there will be multiple arrests made. And I know the questions have been asked, like this morning, hey, if you've been able to identify a suspect, why not put that out? And I understand and recognize that, but we are very much in the process of either identifying suspects and putting together a case. So we can't necessarily reveal information that would hurt the case or ultimately stop investigators from being able to do what they need to do or execute that arrest. Does that make sense? And that's really, I want to just provide some context to that.
And so tell us, Mr. Hill, Wilson Lamar Hill Jr. arrested around 2:30 today?
Yes, sir, that is correct. Around approximately 2:30.
And where, can you tell us about that? Where was he? Where did that
So yes, sir, I can't necessarily reveal the location of the arrest, but the arrest has been made, and we do expect, as this continues, and I really want you to be able to kind of understand, this morning, earlier, I said we anticipate additional arrests, and even that press conference, and that's what I want you to really pay attention to, we put out those names. All right, we put out those names in a press conference, and we did that for a reason. And now at 2:30, we have another arrest made, which is huge. Okay, for what's happened in the time frame, and I'll be honest with you, the magnitude and the chaos of what went on for us, even in this amount of time, to have executed 3 custodial arrests is huge, and we very much anticipate that we will make more arrests. So I just want everybody to understand we're absolutely not trying to withhold information, and even the mug shots. I know I've sent out 2 mug shots, and as soon as that 3rd mug shot is available, we will send it out.
I'm sorry.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask you because I know you didn't get a question earlier, and I saw you earlier, so absolutely.
Thank you. A woman just left who said she witnessed what might have been a 4th arrest. Have you heard anything about that might happen in Tallahassee around 5 o'clock?
No, sir. I don't have any information on a 4th arrest. Like I say, we have the 2:30 arrest that we just talked about. I have no information on a 4th arrest.
Can you answer one more?
Yes, sir.
That's what I was going to ask you this morning. Why the charges reckless murder opposed to capital murder?
Okay, so, and that really goes back to intent. I can't stand up here and truly give legal advice. I have to be very careful about that, okay, because I am a law enforcement officer. I'm not an attorney. But murder as compared to reckless murder, goes back to intent. So that's really, that's a very simple answer to what I would say is going to be a relatively complex question, but that's going to be what it goes back to, is the intent.
Just kind of relaying the messages that we've heard from people in the community, that if there are these people out there, why there is no threat to the public. So would you just be able to explain that if there's these people that are capable of causing this magnitude?
Yes, ma'am. So we're absolutely on the side of public safety. So I don't, just to try to put it in perspective to really answer your question, what we're trying to do here is be able to identify who those individuals are. Now, we absolutely have to establish a reason to arrest somebody, okay? Fortunately, we live in the United States of America, where we all have the Bill of Rights. You understand? So just like you and me, there is a process for executing a custodial arrest, and we're going through that process. So I promise, as soon as we can identify and develop a charge, they're going to be arrested. As I said this morning, and I really mean this, if you commit a crime in the state of Alabama, we are going to ensure that you are punished to the full extent of the law, but it's got to be per the law. I mean, that's what we have to go by. We're law enforcement officers. We have a process that we have to follow.
I know that there are certain things that you can't answer right now just because of the investigation, but early reports had indicated that there were possibly two groups shooting at each other. Do you know if Hill was with the McCullough brothers? Like, are you able to explain more what happened?
No, I'm not in a place right now where we can get into specifics like that. However, to your point, just to understand, we've already made 3 arrests, and like I just said, we anticipate additional arrests to be made. So this is a very complex situation, and there are a lot of suspects and a lot of information. I still truly believe, and we still truly believe, that everybody that was at the venue that night has not come forward, and we have not had an opportunity to interview them.
So you all have evidence that there were more than 2 guns shot?
No, ma'am, I didn't say that. I didn't say how many guns were shot.
Okay.
What I said was we've made 3 arrests in relation to that incident, and we have charged 3 people with 4 counts of reckless murder.
And I know you can't say a motive at this time, but are you able to comment on if these 3 people that were arrested and charged so far were at the party, or did they show up at the party, and how many people were even at that Sweet 16?
Well, I absolutely can't speak to the number of individuals that would have been at the venue. As I said earlier, we still truly believe that there are individuals we have not spoke to, that we have not conducted an interview with at this point. So to be able to speak to the total number of people that at the venue, I'd absolutely not be able to say that. However, I do feel that there is this understanding that I can convey, that as we go through this and as we identify subjects, we're going to continue to make arrests, and we feel really good about that. So see how, I'm very careful about everything I'm saying, and I'm telling you right now, we anticipate we're going to make additional arrests. We made one early at 2:30, and I feel like we're going to make some more in the near future.
Can you talk?
If you would, does it shock you that we're here just a few hours after a previous announcement? I know y'all are confident more arrests were coming, but to have one the very day that y'all announced it 2 prior, does it shock you at all?
No, for us, that's what I'm really trying to even talk through now. We very much have a plan, and we're trying to execute it in a way that's going to work for what we're trying to accomplish. And we've been very strategic in that. So I'm not necessarily shocked or surprised. We did a 10 a.m. press conference. We executed a 2:30 arrest, and now I'm back this afternoon telling you we anticipate more arrests. To really just give you that understanding, if you will continue to work with us, I believe we're going to bear fruit, and we're going to continue to make more arrests.
Can you talk about the partnership between all of your agencies right now and all of the officers and the investigators? And
Thank you for that.
How hard it is with all these pieces trying to put it all together and, not only be successful in arresting people, but be successful in the evidence that your investigators present at what may likely be a trial.
Yes, no, that is thank you so much for that question. And I understand everybody may not have a law enforcement background, but when you have people that show up to a scene like this that aren't necessarily from here and they've never met any of these people, and I'm not speaking for myself, but I'm speaking for some of the other law enforcement officers, there's people that have been here and they were here, after 3 days we were like, hey, it's probably time to get a hotel and go take a shower. And they don't even know anybody that's here. All right? I mean, there's people that have showed up and worked nonstop, maybe have had 1 or 2 hours of sleep a night, and they're still out there right now, and we're still running down leads. So it's huge. We wouldn't be able to do as a state agency, our State Bureau of Investigation, without our locals, without the Dadeville Police Department, the Tallapoosa County Sheriff's Office, the Macon County Sheriff's Office, everybody that responded that night. I mean, you're talking about Auburn PD, Opelika PD. There were a plethora of agencies that responded to that scene. And then our federal partners, the FBI, the ATF, the Marshal Service, the things and the resources that they're bringing to the table for us to be able to really, as I stand here right now and talk about what went on, for us to be able to have identified and executed 3 custodial arrests is absolutely huge. It truly is. There's a lot that's going on. There's a lot that's going on behind the scenes. I can't talk enough about our Fusion Center, the Alabama Fusion Center. They are huge. We have got some phenomenal criminal analysts, and there's a lot of technology, even in my career, that we're able to use now and leverage, and I think it's really making a difference. Thank you.
Were any weapons or guns that you believe that were used in the shooting recovered during any of these 3 arrests?
I can't speak to recovery of any kind of weapons, no, ma'am.
Yeah, I just had like a quick terminology question. Now that 3 individuals have been arrested and you anticipate more, would it be safe to say that a group of individuals carried this out?
Well, as far as the actual execution of the event, I wouldn't want to be able to speak to that, but I can absolutely say, and I think we talked about this earlier, we feel like there are multiple individuals that will be involved in this and that we're going to be able to charge criminally as a result of their involvement.
Can you touch on video tips and if have we seen some success with
Absolutely. That? No, I really meant that. This morning when I said thank y'all to the media, because y'all play a part in this. I mean, y'all really do. I mean, y'all have gave us a platform and we have absolutely seen it's evidence. Okay, at some point for us in law enforcement, it is information, and then we have our criminal analysts, and there's, I don't want to get too complex with this, but we put it into I would say a bucket or a category of intelligence, and then it has to be verified, and then it can go from there to evidence, and actually from evidence maybe to a fact. Okay, and that's another thing. That's not a quick process. There's a lot of things that you have to do, but it's got to start. And absolutely, we have seen fruit from information that has been provided, because there was a lot of chaos. And even for individuals that were there, and they may, in an interview, they may say that they're unsure of what happened, because they are. It's not that they're trying to hide anything. It's not that they're trying to cover up anything. It's not that they're trying to protect anybody. But that's a traumatic event. And that's what the district attorneys talked about. That's what the police chiefs talked about. Imagine, I've got a 16-year-old daughter, and I thank the good Lord that she never has to go through anything like that. So go ahead.
In your investigation, have you determined whether or not these 3 individuals were invited, or did they just?
No, sir. I can't speak to that relative to if they were invited to the party.
What do you hope that these arrests bring to the families?
Absolute closure. I mean, I truly hope that we're able to do for them what helps them to begin to actually heal. That's just my heart. I truly hope that we're able to begin that process for them. I know it's going to be a a humongous undertaking for them to be able to kind of cope and understand and deal with this. But I hope what we're able to do is at least begin that process for them.
You mentioned you had a 16-year-old daughter. Can you kind of speak to the human element to it? You know, what kind of person shoots up a 16-year-old's birthday party?
Well, I don't want to speak to that. I mean, that's not what we do. We look at the facts. We have to take the emotions out of it. It's hard. You'll see me up here right now, stop myself. And I said that earlier. You know, when you do things in this state, you know, we're going to charge you, but it's going to be because of the facts of the case, and we're going to operate under the color of law. And that we have a duty and a responsibility to do that, and that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, one more question. One more question.
Can you say if any of these suspects had a known history with law enforcement?
No, ma'am, I can't speak to criminal history. No, ma'am. Again, thank y'all so much for your time.
Thank you. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Could you say and spell your name? Just
Aaliyah Sergeant Jeremy Burkett. That's Jer.